Hey, Math Journey! Today, we're cracking a tough polynomial with a quick, clever trick that makes it super simple. Stick around, and watch this problem unravel step by step. Here's the equation we're solving. The square root of 2024 multiplied by x cubed minus 4049 multiplied by x squared plus 2 equals 0. Our task is to calculate x2 multiplied by x1 plus x3, where x1, x2, and x3 are the roots of the equation with x1 less than x2 less than x3. Now, before we dive into solving this, take a moment to think about it. What jumps out at you? Can you spot any connections or familiar ideas? Even complex problems often have a simple starting point. Give yourself a few seconds to explore the possibilities, and then we'll solve it together. Ready? Let's dive in. To simplify, let's substitute k for the square root of 2024. This changes our equation to k times x cubed minus the quantity of 2 times k squared plus 1, all multiplied by x squared, plus 2 equals 0. Rearrange the terms to k times x cubed minus 2 times k squared times x squared minus x squared plus 2 equals 0. In this equation, identify the coefficients. Coefficient A is negative 2 times x squared. Coefficient B is x cubed. Coefficient C is 2 minus x squared. We start by calculating the discriminant, delta. The formula for delta is delta equals the square root of b squared, minus 4 times a times c. In this problem, b is x cubed. A is negative 2 times x squared. C is 2 minus x squared. Substituting these values, delta becomes delta equals the square root of the quantity, x cubed squared, minus 4 times negative 2 times x squared, times the quantity 2 minus x squared. So delta simplifies to delta equals the square root of x to the 6th power, minus 8 times x to the 4th power, plus 16 times x squared. Factoring this, we get delta equals the absolute value of x cubed minus 4 times x. Using the quadratic formula to solve for k equals negative x cubed, plus or minus the absolute value of x cubed minus 4 times x, all divided by negative 4 times x squared. Now, we consider the two cases for the plus and minus signs separately. Using the plus, k equals 1 divided by x. And using the minus, k equals the quantity, x squared minus 2, divided by 2 times x. So, k equals 1 divided by x, or k equals the quantity, x squared minus 2, divided by 2 times x. Given that k equals the square root of 2024, we start with the expression square root of 2024 equals 1 divided by x. We get x equals 1 divided by the square root of 2024. Next, we substitute this value of x into the equation. Square root of 2024 equals the quantity, x squared minus 2, divided by 2 times x. After rearranging the equation we get x squared minus 2 times the square root of 2024 times x, minus 2 equals 0. This forms a quadratic equation. X squared minus 2 times the square root of 2024 times x, minus 2 equals 0. Now the time to solve the quadratic equation for x to find the roots of this equation. The product of the roots, let's call them alpha and beta, is alpha times beta equals negative 2. The sum of the roots is alpha plus beta equals 2 times the square root of 2024. Thus, the roots of the equation are x1, which equals alpha, x2, which equals 1 divided by the square root of 2024, x3, which equals beta. To find the value of x2 times the sum of x1 and x3, x2 multiplied by the quantity, x1 plus x3, equals 1 divided by the square root of 2024, multiplied by 2 times the square root of 2024. After simplify this expression, 1 divided by the square root of 2024, multiplied by 2 times the square root of 2024, simplifies to 2. If you enjoyed this challenge, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Math Journey for more fun math adventures. Now that you've seen the answer, how did you do? Were you able to crack it? Let me know in the comments. And share this video with a friend who loves brain teasers to see if they can solve it without peeking at the solution.